Because see, when he went to the grave, any type of musical relevance and likability about y'all went into the grave too. Because everybody always cares about the person who dies, especially when they find out they're a decent person outside of the costume that they wear and shit. And this is another reason why it's very critical to be the person that you are up here, that you are in real life. But when they find out, oh, he's a family man and he does this and he do that and he was just trying to, and then they start going back and looking over the lyrics, and the lyrics is really just about selling weed and hustling and getting or whatever, and then he get in the interview and say you a deadbeat fuck nigga, I don't fuck with these niggas who don't take care of their kids. People start to give a fuck about that shit because his story is over. The book is closed. All we can do is reread it. Your life still goes on, but your life is over as well. You might as well be dead.
Facts. If you could get her, get her. That's the favorite line. You get her.
We are very concerned about this particular form of rap music that not only celebrates violence, but also directs violence. When you're talking about things that you have done, violent acts that have actually happened, or things that you actually intend to do, that causes other people to react, has caused homicides, shootings, and other acts of violence to actually occur, that's different. And that is not protected. And that is something that we're going to go after.
Now my heart don't know what to think. First time
get sexy red up, but not her directly, but you know what I'm saying, her feet hit me over the fucking head, man. They obviously not trying to fuck with a nigga. He hit me over the head, but sexy red chopped it up. People just got down thinking too much about the money, man. I don't see me doing this, like, you know, because if they try to tax me like on some 50K. These same people, like the baby tried to charge me 100K for a feature one time. Like stuff like that, bro. I'm not, cause if I fuck with you and I wouldn't do that to them. I ain't never did that to no. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I say, now I don't need y'all trying to flip. I don't need y'all trying to flip my words or nothing, but what I'm saying is, like, I never charge, like, alright, for instance, right? Funny. If you needed me to come in the city somewhere, you know, I pop out every night. It ain't nothing. If you needed me to come do something for you, a host, or do something that I can do that wouldn't take, you know what I'm saying, wouldn't be nothing, I'll do that. I wouldn't charge you for it.
You should not feel sorry for Black Youngster. And some of y'all probably like, damn, Paul, that's how you coming right now? Let me further explain. The reason I said you should not feel sorry for Black Youngster is because when a man asks you to honor his wishes, and he does it very respectfully, you should honor those wishes. The request not to feel sorry for Black Youngster is not coming from me. It's coming from Black Youngster himself. He stated in his social media post, he did not want anyone feeling sorry for him. I personally think that's a lot of hurt talking, definitely a lot of anger, but a lot of desperation at this point. Despite what some of y'all might think about Black Youngster and his antics and his beef with PRE and Young Dolph, him losing his last brother to the street violence is beyond Black Youngster.
Oh yeah, it's time.
Stay poppin', don't stay bothered. Just swings poking in the blade, stay chopping. Beat the case, but the fed still watching in the finish.
I gotta find a way. Oh yeah, we on. Man, what's going on, man? What's the word? Where y'all been at, man? I ain't seen y'all in a minute, man. What the word is, man? Y'all been off the map, ain't it? No, real talk though. On some real shit. I'm gonna be for real. I think Sexy Red fuck with that voodoo or something. Dog, it wasn't, nigga, it wasn't 2 hours after that last live we did. I just start feeling like horrible. I'm talking about like horrible. That shit got bad. So y'all know I was coming off the bullshit when we did the Sexy Red live. That same night I went down again. I'm just not standing back up about 2 days ago. I think that motherfucker did some voodoo. Real talk. That was some other shit right there. That was some other shit. No, I see you, man. Come on, man. Dog, and that's what I'm saying. I was like, dog, what the fuck is going on? Because I was really like, and I already told y'all, like, if I'm not at my, if I can't, you know what I'm saying, be me, I'm not gonna bring that to y'all. I thank you so much to everybody. Shout out to Theo, always shout out to Bianca, shout out to Nate, shout out to Ed, shout out, you know, the team, Katrina, Kayla, everybody who checked in on me. What's the big homie name? The dude on Instagram who came out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying, making sure. There's a couple people who came out of nowhere, like, dog, what's going on? Are you good over there? I real deal had failed, like, on some, like, went to the doctor. They said it was heat exhaustion. I didn't believe that shit because that shit got bad, like bad. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna lay off of her on that right there. I'm gonna go back up off of her, and we gonna just push forward because that shit was scary and it didn't make no sense. It didn't make no sense. But yeah, my nigga, I want to, about time to stretch our arms and get on back to this shit. So, let's get down to it. Let's just get down to the business and handle what we got to handle. All right. As you can see, another thing. Dog, shout out to everybody who came through on the Cash App. Shout out to, what the fuck, man? Shout out to everybody who came through on the PayPal. When I was down, that shit was a real big help. Dog, where the fuck are the damn, where the pictures at, dog? That shit was a big help. It really did help as I was down. And it's just, you know, there's so much love. Shout out to that nigga Jeannie Loads. Shout out to Colorado. Come on, man. Don't get me started with. Shout out to that nigga Terrell Bay. Y'all gonna get me turned up in this motherfucker, man. I'm telling you, my nigga, like, you know, we working towards something. If you just new here on some shit, then, you know, tune this part out. But we working on some shit behind the scenes. And if you know, then you know, we got a whole lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, backed up. But the shit that we trying to do is not to be seen until it's time to be seen. So because a motherfucker might not be in front of the camera as much, motherfuckers could easily, if they just on some casual shit, out of sight, out of mind. You know what I'm saying? So for the people who rock out the real way and always make sure to tap in, always make sure to support, knowing that we got some, you know what I'm saying, right around the corner. I really appreciate y'all. Real talk. Hand down. All right. So let's get down to it. Let's watch.
We are very concerned about this particular form of rap music that not only celebrates violence, but also directs violence. When you're talking about things that you have done, violent acts that have actually happened, or things that you actually intend to do, that causes other people to react, has caused homicides, shootings, and other acts of violence to actually occur, that's different. And that is not protected. And that is something that we're going to go after.
All right. All right. Shout out to that nigga. I see you been home. Shout out to that nigga. Hold on. Is it loud like that? McKinney Alter. You know I can't read that shit. She said she trying to follow old girl in Atlanta. She chasing clout. I don't know, but I appreciate that love too. When I'm looking at this, all right, let's handle the first thing first.
Big swangers and bullshit 20 inches, getting low. We ball 24/7, all that we know. Springs and neon lights are showing. My trunk on the pop and show. You already know.
First one to say what's going on. First one to say who that artist is, you get a moderator status. First one to say that artist name right there that you just heard that snippet of, get a moderator status. I appreciate that, B home. Hold on. You know I'm just not getting back to work, nigga. Cut me some slack, nigga. I'm trying to get this shit together. Fuck, it ain't even on there like that. Uh-oh, there it is. Trenton Simon. I got you over here, B home. Trenton Simon. First one. Damn, I can't even make you a moderator on this phone. I'm on StreamYard. But Trenton Simon, make sure you hit me up after the live stream so we can get your moderator status. You are exactly right. That is Chameleonaire, In Love With My Money. That is a song that everybody should know. We're going to talk a lot about hip-hop history tonight. But that right there, you should know. Not just down south people, all around. All right, now let's get back to it.
We are very concerned about this particular form of rap music that not only celebrates violence, but also directs violence. When you're talking about things that you have done, violent acts that have actually happened, or things that you actually intend to do, that causes other people to react, has caused homicides, shootings, and other acts of violence to actually occur, that's different. And that is not protected. And that is something that we're going to go after.
All right, in case a motherfucker don't know what's being said, what she's saying is that, all right, a motherfucker could say that me making music about what I'm going to do to somebody, that is my right as an artist. What she's saying is this new, what they call drill rap. And that's why I said I had to go ahead and come on and speak on this, because I need to say some shit. When she's talking about this, first, before I even go, because I don't want to push nobody's opinion. Do you like, dog, everybody be honest. We not doing the whole politically correct shit. I want you to be honest on some real shit. If there's any aspect of it that you like, then specify it. Do you like drill music, quote unquote drill music. What we know is that drill music is not just Chicago niggas no more. Drill music is talking about the ops that you actually have in real life. Drill music would be me saying, me and Brim, we beefing, and I'm talking about niggas on his team I done killed, or niggas on this team that I want to kill, or that I'm planning to kill, and he's talking about niggas on my side that he wants to kill. We're talking about actual events that happened in a active war, along with the beats that go with them and everything. St. Louis has a drill scene. New York has a drill scene. I just heard some nigga in Mobile. You know what I'm saying? It's as long Memphis, Pooh Shiesty, whoever that nigga was, he was beefing with. Atlanta could do it. You know what I'm saying? When niggas is talking about actual events in the war, you know what I'm saying? That's what drill music is. I want you to be honest with me. I'm talking about totally from an audio perspective. Is there any aspect of it that you appreciate? Yes or no? I'm in the comments. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Not nay. Not nay. Oh, I'm just bullshit. I'm just bullshit. No, everybody be honest. No, we're going to be for real tonight. And the call line, Nay, you got to call in too. The phone line is open, but I want y'all to be honest. Truly, I want you to be honest. Okay, I'm looking. Yes, even the UK has it. No, that's what I'm saying. I want everybody to be totally honest. We're not gonna get nowhere with the bullshit. And they gonna call in, and I'm telling you, she gonna have a heavy breakdown on it. Beats and rap style. The question is there any part of drill music that you appreciate? Like you could, it's like when it come on, do you have to take that shit off, turn that bullshit off, or can you, do whatever task you're doing with it playing? When it comes on in the club, do you stop everything you doing? You know what I'm saying? Do you find yourself kind of mouthing the words and shit like that? Shout out to that nigga Brian Tisdale in this motherfucker. You know what the fuck going on. Shout out to that nigga Brian Tisdale. Strong nation member, strong soldier. Always heavy respect to that nigga Brian Tisdale. Real talk. Okay. Oh, I'm looking. Okay. I'm. And I don't know why I can't do it. Why in the fuck is it only giving me 2 options? What is this shit? Shout out to that nigga Darius Mayfield in this motherfucker. You know what the fuck going on. That's Big Home right there. Hey, Darius, you know what it is, my nigga. The real way. All right, Darius Mayfield said, I'm good on that. We being honest. I don't want nobody to do no politically correct, because it's different. We're going to speak on the different sides, but I'm asking real talk. And remember that song, Who I Smoke, Lil Tiki, Who I Smoke, Lil Riti, Who I Smoke, nah, nah, nah. That is a drill song. Remember, we need to remember. I don't know if I could play this, but
when I see you, I'ma put your shit back, boy. Trying to get the spit through your set. Won't fight, boy. 12 paramedics couldn't stay a fucking life, boy. Roy can't dead and he never coming back, boy.
that is a drill song. That is a drill song. No. Yeah, no. Real talk. Yeah, real talk. Real talk. This is why I'm saying, make sure that you understand. I'm asking this question for a reason. I'm asking you, does this music totally turn you like the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Or is there an aspect of it that you can appreciate? We have to do that baseline first. But before we do that, we have to say, what is drill music? This is an example of drill music. I don't give a fuck how sweet the beat is or how tight the beat is. As long as a motherfucker is talking about smoking on their enemies by name and they're in close proximity, there's a difference. 50 Cent and Ja Rule maybe talking about, and I'm sure Nate will give me an example of rappers back in the day that dissed Nas and Jay-Z. Maybe Nas dissed one of Jay-Z's dead homeboys. It's different. What we're talking about is my team is the team that killed this dude, and we're talking about him. But it's not restricted to that, because we will talk about a nigga on your side that died, even if he died from cancer, if he died from getting hit by a bus, we're disrespecting them. But the main thing is we're talking about a score. What needs to be understood is when motherfuckers just talk, and I don't even feel comfortable explaining that shit, because but like I said, at this point, it's so publicized. This is where we at. This is where we at this point. At this point, we're right here where the whole world knows what this is. And now that they have, even if it's a minor understanding of what's going on, they want to take legal action. Let's look again.
We are very concerned about this particular form of rap music that not only celebrates violence, but also directs violence. When you're talking about things that you have done, violent acts that have actually happened, or things that you actually intend to do that causes other people to react, has.
Let me say this. I gotta, and I want to make it. I want to make it even. I want to make it fair, but this is where shit get real. This is where it's hard for me to just, little kids talking about killing little kids. I don't think, first off, you not going, I don't know what type of shit you talking about. I don't know what type of legal action you think you finna take. That's the first thing. I don't know what type of legal action you're gonna arrest anybody who talks about a dead person. Given this, like, if putting thought into this, you immediately start feeling like you should be directing your actions, or your energy should be directed somewhere else, because to make this a, this is what we standing on. It's like, do it in the background, like y'all been doing. Use niggas' music to get convictions and shit, but to put it out in the front, like it's like, and it's hard for me to even criticize her for that, because you look at this shit, you don't know what the fuck might have happened. In this video that they have up on the screen, these niggas might have actually went to a graveyard and dug up a body. This is how dangerous this shit has become. Obviously, everybody here knows, what we've done, what we've, put down, and, what the rap trap is, and how it was introduced, and all that. And that's also going to be presented in this new work that we have, because that's extremely important for motherfuckers to know where these theories and these concepts came from. This whole thing, this whole drill rap thing, I have a video on the Patreon called "Did DJ Academic Bring This Black Cloud onto the Black Community?" This death cloud onto the Black community, because it was him. He was the first one who shined a light and gave credit and props to rappers doing extremely disrespectful things to the dead. Oh my God, he's the Grim Reaper. Oh my God. He doesn't give no fucks. And the reason it was no different than why a white boy can shine in the NBA or in the rap game, or in the NFL. You give them more credit. It could be a nigga who do the same shit, but because it's a white boy doing it, you know what I'm saying? It looks so much more alive. In this situation, this is why Adam 22, Vlad, they can get away with a lot of shit because it's a white boy doing it. You wouldn't allow a nigga to do the shit that they do. It was the same thing with academics. It was a outspoken, out of the closet nerd that was understood. This wasn't a nigga trying to be gangster. This was I'm a bitch. I'm an internet. I'm talking about street shit from a admittedly foreign vantage point. So him, if you ever notice, if you ever want to get attention, this is the Miko World, the Miko Worldwide dude. This was even with Say Cheese, but Zach TV. I'm fresh back. So I'm still kind of rusty. Taking a camera into a place, taking a camera in the hood is pretty much that's your gun. Niggas could be talking about doing whatever to you, and you lift that camera up, man, what's the most gangster shit you seen around here? Oh, shit, nigga, right there, I'm gonna tell you, nigga, and niggas will be fighting over who gets to talk to you. Niggas then went from robbing you to fighting for your attention. A person, this is another big misconception. A person will say gangsters move in silence. Oh, nigga, I come from a time and a place where, nigga, you just get the money and fuck the fame. Niggas is lying. The whole street nigga mindset is, this is how I'm gonna shine. The main incentive to becoming a street nigga is, I'm gonna get fame like this, and I won't have to try to approach bitches. They'll approach me because I'm a street nigga. I won't have to try to get bitches. They'll be hooked on drugs and they want drugs and they'll come to me. You don't understand how many fucking wars have started simply because you go back to Belly, the nigga Kane, or whatever the nigga name was, eating a banana to myself. I don't like that shit. If a nigga just wanted to get money and stay low, he wouldn't have no issue with niggas moving around doing their thing. It's the attention that niggas want. This misconception that a street nigga just supposed to be silent, dog. Niggas ain't getting this money and trying to find any way fucking they can. This is why street niggas come behind rappers, because they finally get a chance to show their money. That's all a nigga want to do. Nigga, get the money, put that shit into the car. He want to have the loudest car possible. Figuratively and literally. Put all the speakers in this bitch. Go to the club and be as loud as possible, literally and figuratively. So the mindset that the gangster is a quiet, laid back, no. A nigga want to shine so much so that if another nigga is shining, a nigga will find a reason to start a war with that nigga. So he's the only one shining, being seen. All motherfuckers needed was that one little tip over the edge, and that tip was academics. Nigga didn't have to force motherfuckers out the crevices of the night and bring them in front of the camera. Just as soon as a motherfucker knew that it was a nigga in Chicago named the Grim Reaper and nigga, you know, he be with Lil Reese and them, you know, them niggas shoot at police and shit. It was over. You gotta, and you're seeing it. You got a Lil Reese and a Grim Reaper in every fucking city, in every hood in the world, not just fucking America. Now, all of a sudden, fuck just being seen and being cool with being Fredo in the cut. That's a scary sight. Fuck just being seen and niggas, they see me and nah, fuck that. I want to be the rapper now. If the nigga 051 Melly did not get murdered, he would have started rapping. Where the nigga Brim at? Where's Brim at? Tell Brim to call in. If that nigga 051 Melly did not get killed, he would have started rapping. We got to fix our misconception first. We obviously have a misconception that street niggas, killers, and gangsters don't want to be seen. I don't give a fuck, man. Real gangsters don't want to be seen. Them niggas, even if them niggas have been in the street, they just talking for the camera. They not being serious. They know motherfucking well that whatever gangster in whatever hood, that motherfucker was, a lot of the shit that he did was for the people. Wanted motherfuckers to know. Gangsters have always tiptoed that line of wanting everybody to know that they got the sack, but also not wanting the police to know. And that's what made it so absurd. It's impossible. If the streets know, the police know, because the police is part of the street. All of this is important. This trapology, shout out to Naeem Edwards. This street understanding is so relevant in this situation right here. The only difference is back in the 90s, the gangster and the rapper, the gangster and the entertainer had not done the fusion dance yet. In this generation, the gangster and the rapper, the gangster and the entertainer are now one person. It's the equivalent of the prey being the you know, in nature, the peacock, because it doesn't have any real physical, you know, attributes. It has its, you know, the big feathers, and that's to scare away the prey. The rabbit doesn't have any real fierce, you know what I'm saying, attributes, so he has speed. You know what I'm saying? This gangster and entertainer hybrid being one person is the equivalent of the rabbit having the speed of a rhinoceros. You know what I'm saying? It's like not only don't you have any physical attributes to fight away your predators, you're not even fast. You know what I'm saying? And the rabbit is giving that away so that he has a more so that his fur is more soft. You know what I'm saying? Or he has fur in more vibrant colors. Like it's nothing that can really help him because of the environment that he's in. If he was in an environment where you get to eat depending on how beautiful your fur is, that'll be something different. But you're in the wild where, nigga, you need to be able to do something. If you can't fight this motherfucker off, you need to have poisonous skin or something. The porcupine has given up its quills so that, it can, have a musically inclined hum or some shit like that. Something that's not going to help them in the environment. And that is exactly what we have in this situation. The gangster and the entertainer are one thing. It's in hybrid, but it's like, all right, you can now become famous. You can become famous. Oh, that's good, but you're also going to end up like every other hybrid. You're going to prison. In this environment. You being a gangster and being an entertainer is only going to get you sent to prison or get you killed. Dog, didn't they just say Shot Naeem Edwards just called in? Nate, didn't they just say that Lil Tim just got off? Yep. See there?
Always knew he was gonna get off.
See there? See? Now, Nate, break it down for me, Nate. How you seeing it?
So this is, I'm gonna be for real, I think it's a good thing. This is coming from me.
Okay.
A person who was in middle school and in high school when Jeezy and Yo Gotti and Gucci came out. Like, those are the people that I was raised up under. As far as, like, what generation of music people come in, like, so, yes, I had Wayne and everybody else, and then my parents, they really like music, so I know about all types of different kind of music, but when we talk about impact on people, I don't know anybody who, from my generation, who even knows about, in depth, regular walking down the street, knows about music being anything other than real. Like,
hold on, say it again. Say it one more time.
It's not too many people from my generation who know about music outside of being like other than real. If we talk about street rappers, if you're a street rapper, you have to be real. That's the generation.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
It doesn't make sense for it no other way because
hip
hop was dead by the time I knew what music was.
Yes.
Biggie was already dead.
Yes.
These people, all the talent and stuff, I knew about Nas and all of that other stuff, but like mainstream music was already, after 2005, mainstream music, it had mainstream street music, by the way. This is not to be conflated with any other genre other than street gangster music.
Yes.
Even somebody, if we go in that same era, if we look at somebody like 50 Cent, 50 Cent got hot because he started saying names.
That's correct. That's correct.
What was going on in the street? He didn't get hot. I mean, he was talented in the mixtapes and stuff up north, but he was talking about Cream and
that's correct. That is correct. And hold on, Kerry Khan, come on with that social media. Moderators, if Kerry Khan does not come on with that social media, go ahead and knock her down. Go ahead, Nate. Can you hear me, Nate?
2005. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
2005 is when everything changed, and I said this a long time ago when I first started the channel, or somewhere around that time, maybe 6 months ago or whatever. It's not just the music that changed then. Everything changed because 2005 was a heavy year for not just music, but for media in general. Remember, we had stuff like Real World Road Rules. We had True Life. Those kind of shows where shit stopped being staged and started being, we just gonna follow a heroin addict around with this camera and document her crime and put it together. Catfish, all these things. Well, Catfish is a little bit later, but like with Real World, when Real World came out, you wasn't used to we just gonna throw 12 different people in the house and whoever stayed the longest win. Like everything changed.
That's right. That was the first of its kind.
Together. And naturally, when the world starts changing, the music started to change with the world. So it's like I said, like I'm gonna probably put it out maybe tomorrow or whatever. But the reason Blue Da Vinci didn't get hot, how he should have got hot, is because he wasn't brought in by somebody from the industry. And the industry is the people who are pushing, okay, this is what we're gonna go with the music. When even though he was supposed to be the person who make it, it was just too, it's just a little too of that old right of polished entertainers. If we go back, if people just stole whatever with the 90s rap music or whatever, I'm the 2000s, going and being experiencing. If people remember or know, when people like Wu-Tang went up to the building, that was a lot for them people.
Yes,
yes. Wu-Tang going up to them executive buildings in New York changed music so bad that they said that they had to start. People was like, they had to have everything that they wanted on the street in the building so they wouldn't take it out into the street with their music and stuff.
Hold on. And see, and that's another. So break the situation now. You saying they were taking stuff from they took stuff from the radio station?
No, I'm saying that they in real life with Wu-Tang, niggas is smoking weed, playing ping pong, whatever, shooting dice and shit. They brought that shit inside of the building. With the record executive offices and shit, because they didn't want all of that shit to like get out where their image to the public, even though we know what Wu-Tang was, was not the same as it was. Remember, you used to have to read a magazine to know about these people.
Yes.
People like Benzino, whether you like them or not, you gotta give credit to people like Benzino who took the time to go and talk to these people and get their music and analyze it in a correct way, being a person from the culture. Because you used to have to wait to see, and 5 mics or no mic could ruin your debut. It could ruin that's the whole situation with Eminem and Benzino, but Benzino gave him like 3 mics.
Yes, that is correct. One second, Nate. Hey, look, so I'm saying, who are the moderators? And we gotta have. I can't see the moderators because I'm on the StreamYard thing. But nobody ain't checked? I see Darius checked. Let me see. Hold on. Because I know I just said that. I know I said, hey, man, check this Kerry Khan person. I said, if the Kerry Khan person don't drop the social media, let me see. Okay, good, got it. All right, because I'm like, I know Darius is he should be a moderator. Nigga, how the hell Hodge got up in here? I ain't even see him. Shout out to that nigga Hodge Mims in this motherfucker. I ain't even see him in this motherfucker. The Ken Dio show, we up in this motherfucker. Go ahead, Nate. I just had to get that right, make sure. Now,
but just given that, like recent history, say that when everything changed, new technology started getting introduced. Before, you didn't know anybody's fucking opinion. You didn't know how somebody was feeling.
That's right.
You didn't know a lot of these people was on meth. Like, you didn't know any of this about these people before the social media gets introduced. So now when the social media is introduced, I don't have to wait on the label to show myself. I don't have to wait on a label to put music out. I don't need a label for anything. I can get hot. Remember the nigga who took all them pills trying to get little baby attention? Like, I can get attention just by doing something on the internet where people can see it, and people naturally just consuming shit, spreading shit all over. It's like, oh my God. But I think it's good because we've been trying to get people to do the crime fast. We've been trying to get people to participate with no negative news of them, but they skinned us alive for it.
That's right.
And telling y'all for how many years, y'all, like, you can say what you want, and I know that she's going to have a hard time, but she's going to have a hard time saying, we're going to take this song and prosecute you, but she's not going to have a hard time saying, this person is in a gang, this is a crime that is committed.
That's very good.
Crime.
Yes.
So there we go. So all she's going to do is walk around freedom of speech shit, and you now.
Yes.
Every police department has a person who just watches social media all day. This is proof and fact.
And so I'm gonna say this. And so I feel like now when I'm looking at her when she's saying we're going when she's saying the statement she made, what I heard from it is we're going to make it illegal for you to talk about murder. So the stuff that she was saying, we're not going to put up with it anymore. I take that as her saying we're going to make this illegal. What you're saying is, look, all they have to do is just investigate the people. Or if she's saying we're going to investigate each of these situations and try to bring charges, that's something different. And now you're exactly right. What that does is brings the accountability directly to the artist's feet, directly to them to say, this is what you brought up. This is what you're saying. If they're saying that we're going to now, you retarded motherfuckers have made it so easy to where now we can solve crimes simply off of y'all songs, and we're gonna bring it, then I can definitely rock with that. But when she was saying, you know, can when I play it on the video, can you hear it? If I play
the video is.
Then you send me this video. Yeah. Okay, so so let me play it again for the people who just came in. This is what they're saying.
You should not feel sorry for Black youngster.
Because see,
we are very concerned about this particular form of rap music that not only celebrates violence, but also directs violence. When you're talking about things that you have done, violent acts that have actually happened, or things that you actually intend to do that causes other people to react, has caused homicides, shootings, and other acts of violence to actually occur, that's different. And that is not protected. And that is something that we're going to go after.
And there it is. And there it is. There it is.
I was just listening to it on the screen. She's gonna actually have a way easier time than I thought she was gonna have, like re-listening to it.
I don't know. You explain that side. Go ahead.
This is why I said she's gonna have an easier time.
Okay.
Because she's saying that, okay, if there's something that has happened and people are making music about something that has happened, we're gonna investigate and see who did it. Now, if you just out here making music, it's the first part. If you just out here making music, talk about shit with affiliation, you can get arrested if they want to know something about it. Are you gonna hold it down, or are you gonna?
And this is where the minutia comes in at. I see ways of defending this so on the attorney side. I see ways of defending it as so we'll just make a whole bunch of rappers say a whole bunch of things. I feel like this right here, maybe this is them framing something up. Like they're dropping that 12 o'clock no shotgun law they did with the Black Panthers. So she's putting this out here so that maybe the YSL case, or this case that they already have in grand jury, they can, now start presenting more evidence. But as far as starting a fresh case off of what she's saying,
I doubt that.
But see,
figure out who's involved.
Yes.
What is there tied to the situation? But if it's a situation that's already happening, because it's just like you can, like, if you make a song and somebody gets shot, or you get shot after you make a song, like how do I know you got shot because of the song?
But that's why I agree with you at, because it's like, like y'all are giving, and this goes back to what you were saying about, dog, if you're a street rapper, that shit has to be real. You know what I'm saying? So if they did like open up a case, they would pretty much find some shit. You know what I'm saying? They can connect.
You have criminal charges already. Reputation already. A documented gang person, or whatever the fuck you do already. Because see, all that would play a part in if a jury or some
there it is.
That there's room enough to prosecute you.
Yep. And that's
It's like if DJ Academics make a song, fuck him. If Trippie Redd made a song about shooting somebody tomorrow, and somebody got shot, like he wouldn't get in trouble for that because he's not that kind of person.
Exactly.
Even if he looks like it, even if he sings it, nobody would believe that.
That's right.
But but their rules and stuff is different in that part of the world because
and that's true. That's true. But tell me this, Nate. So what do you feel about the Melly situation then? Because Melly had charges.
I feel like he deserved the death penalty.
Hold on. Did he get found guilty or not guilty?
It was a mistrial. I think they had a hung jury, so they got to redo the whole thing all over again. But with the Melly situation, what he is, it's just like he was actually there and a crime was committed and some music just like happened to be happening about the situation and all of that. That's different than like, so you was there, people died, they saying it was you, not a song that's talking about it, but actually physically there and you got caught there. If you just going through somebody's Spotify listening to songs like, oh, that's for them, put it out here, you got to go back and prove that. You got to go back and investigate it. It's not fresh.
Yep.
You don't know. Yep. And it's just like, but then how do we know who's real and who's not? Because a lot of these people lie. They're not street artists for real.
There it is. That's right. And
I can't owe Brim D my homeboy. I'm repping blood. It doesn't work like that.
That's correct. And but look though, but here it is though. In a lot of these music videos, and this is where the rap trap comes in. Yeah, this what the rap trap comes in, where just like you said, the music has to be real. If you are not a street nigga, the first thing motherfuckers are gonna do is say, "Nigga, you don't live that shit for real." That's a violation of real. At this point in time, there's a rapper from a new upcoming rapper from New Orleans. His name is Lil AIA or some shit like that, Lil A or some what. But he started rapping, which this is a common story now. He started rapping after he got charged with second-degree murder. We start seeing this more and more. After they're charged, now they start rapping. You know what I'm saying? And actually having a somewhat successful career. The biggest shit about Lil Baby was the nigga P had to pull him out of the streets. Same thing with the dude Lil Snoop. Same thing with King Von. Nobody wants to fuck with the what's the dude name? I think his name is Lil Russell. Lil Russell. He made the song.
Oh, Lil Russell.
Yeah, Dance Nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's like people will listen. Oh, that's a good, whatever song, but they don't listen to that daily. You know what I'm saying? They want to hear motherfuckers talking about spinning, and this is where shit get dangerous because I've seen it on social media. On YouTube, they have rappers arguing. The Blicky dudes. It's a clique in New York called the Blickies, and they had one of their fans go into their ops live stream and was saying fuck they dead homies and everything like that. So fans are now inserting themselves into these beef as if they are actually part of these cliques and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting really out of control. And once again, because this isn't the 90s where the artist has media training, artist development and these things, they're just going raw. And the thing that gets them success is them talking about their dead ops. You know what I'm saying? The ops.
You know what's crazy? That's a little this is like a little nerd note for everybody listening. Like, the reason that people gravitate towards it, not just because we've been conditioned, because we have, but the reason you gravitate towards that kind of stuff or anything that a person is doing that is real is because when human beings was first on this planet or whatever, the human voice, your mind is trained to listen to the human voice as a survival mechanism. So when you hear human noises, you know that like that's a little bit more serious than a bird chirping. Because that is something that maybe I should take this serious because it's coming from another human being. So when you mix regular old basic science with these people are engineering these types of situations, making it so that you're not allowed to just be creative. You can't be the Denzel Washington of rap. You can't be Will Smith. You got to be the real thing. Those things combined makes you feel like you will automatically reject something like La Russell, and I'm guilty of that too.
Yes,
like, I feel bad for it.
Very important.
Like, I'm not nobody in the street. But I don't want to hear nobody that's lying on their music. I don't give a fuck how good it sounds. I don't care how creative it is. I'm just from a generation where it was real.
That's right.
I'm just from like it, and I'm talking about like I love good music anyway, but like I'm from a generation where if I'm listening to street rap, it has to be from a real street person.
That's so real.
Like I admittedly I like Sexy Red. She cannot rap. Like it's not. Like,
no.
It's so she's so fucking real.
I feel it. Yes.
Look at it and be like, dog, like she's really a hood rap bitch. Like you can't help it. But that's how I was conditioned.
Yes.
Not
Understood.
Nobody else under the bus for creativity. I love that too. But if we talk about this is again importance of staying in your lane.
Yes.
Because if you a fraud and you come to do street music. When the district attorney pull up and say, okay, it's time for everybody to go to jail, we don't want to see you cry and sniffle. Just go to jail.
No, and you know that. And you know, and like I said, and you're exactly right. And that, I think that's our generation, the generation that was raised in the 90s. And you know, like, you know, you born 80, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. You know, you born in these years. We had a very unique upbringing. We saw the transition. A lot of the older people in the last generation, they were already detached from the music, so they couldn't see, like you said, that real world and road rules era. That was extremely important. That was our first time seeing reality TV. And that is so important because you look where we're at now. Once again, if you can remember, one thing that people say is, do you remember where you were 9/11? Some people say, do you remember where you were when Tupac got killed? We have, do you remember when you got Trap or Die? This was
that era was so insane.
You see what I'm saying?
8th grade. I tell y'all all the time at 8th grade, the principal said, if you wear a Jeezy shirt to school, you are getting suspended. And what did I do? I wore my snowman shirt that I got from the mall. My mama took me to the mall and let me get it. Because she was a Jeezy person too. I wore my Jeezy shirt and got suspended for 3 days.
There it is.
This is how serious it was. I was in 8th grade. I was 13 years old. 13 years old when Jeezy hit the way that he. Well, actually, I was younger than that. I was younger than that. But like, that's just to put where I was at.
Yes. No, and that's exactly right. And like I said, if a person does not remember that, then it says it really lets you know. So as of right now, okay, the reason why a lot of this shit gets past me when we're talking about artists that, like y'all seen when my oldest came on and we were listening to the guy Yeet and you know the NBA Youngboy and all these other artists. After NBA Youngboy, I shut off. There is no new artist after that. After Kodak Black, there is no new artist after that. All of them are pretty much clones. After Young Thug, after Future, these are all clones. YFN Lucci. Once I see the originator, I don't have any use for I had no use for designer. I had no use for designer. What in the fuck is designer? Like, this is Future. Like, purposely, this is Future. We were still And I'm letting y'all know I'm detached to, so I don't know what Summer Walker actually sounds like. I can't tell her apart from what's the other girl name? The girl who go with the dude the Thompson dude shirt. Tiana Taylor. I can't tell them apart and shit like that musically. I've shut down. So there could be, a big change. What we did catch, and a lot of the shit that I catch now is through Naeem Edwards. Just why I tell y'all to make sure that y'all go over there, because she's like, you can miss history fuck around. You know what I'm saying with that. But what was the made up digital character they made? What was his name? FM Mecca, when they made that fucking cartoon.
AI rapper.
Yeah, AI rapper.
Cartoon.
Yeah. And so they made him. That was important that we jumped on that and we snuffed that bullshit out, because shit could have turned right there. Trap or Die was a sharp turn. Before him, you had Soulja Slim, you had these other artists. You can even go back to Tupac, you can go back to NWA. Trap or Die changed everything. There were still artists not only coming out, but were able to thrive after Tupac, after NWA. You were able to be a fake rapper and it was all good. Trap or Die. You always had Boosie and Webby in the background, but they had a cult-like following. They wasn't, Boosie and Trio, they've been getting money. Jeezy came from the underground into the mainstream because the whole street, not just one part, even though like there is motherfuckers in Baltimore that fuck with Boosie, it's motherfuckers in crazy in Indiana that fuck with Boosie. Boosie got a cult like following. But another thing Naeem sent me, and I'm gonna show this because this is very relevant right now. Extremely relevant. Damn, I don't think I saved that shit. But Naeem sent me a screenshot of. Did you send me the picture on the thing? Of there it is. When you sent it to me, I thought it said Boogie. I thought that was Big Boogie. So to see that it was actually Boosie, it's like, damn. But this is Boosie right now. Let me take that off. Hey, Crip Blue, did I already get your social media? It ain't no disrespect, but whenever we whenever we run with the gang stuff, I kind of want to make sure. So come on to social media. But as you can see here, this is Boosie. And this is 3 days ago, whenever it was. It don't matter when it was, but it got 7,000 views on it. And I told y'all a long time ago, there is no excuse, there is no substitute for a real fan base. You have to grind from the bottom. You can go to hip hop views and hip views and shark view. All that, you can buy as many views as you want. When it comes down to it, if you don't have support, it is going to show. You're going to end up spending more money trying to keep up the facade than you would actually building your fan base. But this is Boosie, world renowned, and you can clearly see these views. This is what drives motherfuckers to do the drill shit. If Boosie made a song and we knew that it was about Webby, we knew it was about somebody that his son had beef with. Didn't Boosie's son and T.I.'s son have beef just a minute ago?
No, they was mad at like Charleston White or something.
Okay, yeah. So he make a song by Charleston White, motherfucker will listen to it. But you have to understand, if you have to make diss songs in order for people to listen to you, you're a circus act. You're not an entertainer. You're not a famous actor. You can't think just because people come to see you and they come to see Denzel Washington, y'all in the same league. No, you are the bearded lady. You do fucking hobo shows in the country and shit like that. Motherfuckers come to look at you and in disgust. You're not the same as other motherfuckers. You're a circus act. If you have to, your whole repertoire. Could you imagine what a fucking drill album sounds like? What would that even sound like? You know what I'm saying? Like, if a motherfucker ain't talking about op this, then he's talking about a op bitch. This is why there is no albums coming out from these people. Who the fuck wants to hear that album? They have to go song for song until they get murdered or they get the fucking RICO charge. That is it. This is another reason why when Naeem is saying that, hey, I think this is good. Dog, it's hard. I have to give an argument, you know what I'm saying, to present another side to it, but it's hard to, go against it because it's like, dog, this is not, I go back to the Jeezy thing. I say that's important because that is when it changed, where you now have to show your street ID. All of this motherfucking, I left my ID in the car and all that, it's over with. From that point forward, you had to make sure a motherfucker knew that you was actually what you said you was, which also made it to where if motherfuckers find out different, your career is over. See Young LA. See the nigga who took his shit, Alley Boy. Alley Boy lost a fight and his career was over. Young LA got jumped. His career was over. Once you come in the door, dog, the nigga, even Jeezy sends a hit and the hit is not carried out correctly. Now he's the bitch. Everything fucking went the other way. Everything went the other way. You sit, if the dude Pookie would have killed Gucci, oh man, that nigga Jeezy solidified. That point in their destiny, that was a critical point. One was gonna come out the winner and one was gonna come out the loser. If the nigga Pookie killed Gucci, man, Jeezy the realest motherfucker alive. But Gucci killed Pookie, and so now Jeezy looked like we always got to look at him with a side eye. And then him working with Drake and these other people made it look even more like that nigga's a bitch. You know, so it's like we can't deny that this ignorance had befallen this industry far before Chicago, because a lot of people would try to make it seem like Chicago is everything. Once again, it was another fork in the road, but it was not as big as Jeezy. It was damn near, it was sizable. I would be lying if I said it wasn't sizable, because we can actually go back and look at Chicago as this is when it started to like it became quantified. Like,
and it became when Chief Keef and Chicago came, it switched the age range for who can be this kind of rapper. So when Jeezy and them came in, they was in like you could be 27 and a rapper.
Yes, that's wow.
Chief Keef
came, that's right.
15, 16 with an ankle monitor.
That's right.
Look at
heavy.
So if you Harry Topper, drop out of high school. Like, like it had to be like the age started getting lower and lower and lower, because now children are doing this stuff. And I got to go in a few seconds, but this is the last thing I wanted to say, and why I'm saying it's good. Because it's more, regular people are getting tired of being the subjects to other people's bullshit. Like, that's a lot of that is why all these district attorneys are going to start following the Atlanta district attorney with persecuting and prosecuting people. Is because regular people are starting to complain about the situation. Hold on.
Break it down. What do you mean?
Civilians having to live in these war zones. Having to live, and it's not everywhere, and it's not just, that's the first part, it's the civilians, the regular people, grandma, auntie, little kids, whatever, an old man that works at the warehouse, they're tired of living in these kind of areas like this, and not being able to get the luxuries that other people get. If you live in a hot spot, you're gonna get overlooked. You're not gonna get funded. Everything is gonna be. You're gonna get the worst end of the stick. But also, most places are gentrifying. So if I have a job that's a good job, and I'm a tax-paying person, and I want to move somewhere that's a little bit closer, and drill rap is a hotbed in that area, but we don't want to bring our business to your area because that's just kind of in our way. We don't want to come and move here and bring the taxes up and bring the value of the area up because those kind of people are in our way. So the easiest way, because that's what happened in Atlanta. Remember Dr. G was talking about Young Thug got indicted because they started bringing that bullshit down to where the rich people were.
That Buckhead. Buckhead.
Rich black people got tired of the bullshit. When you have, and it's not everybody, by the way, and it's not, look at some random black man on the street. He's a rapper and nothing like that. But those people in those areas, everybody gets tired of the bullshit. And then if enough people get together and say, and this is why we needed y'all just to support us for 30 days for no negative news.
Wow.
Even if all you did was post and
talk about it.
We could have saved these type of things from happening.
That's right.
If we would have just stopped promoting the nonsense. I'm not telling you to don't do it. Like I told you, I love this. This is where I come from. But I know the difference between real life and
music.
I'm looking at it being entertained because I'm gonna be for real with you. I don't play that kind of music around my girlfriend. I'm embarrassed to do it. It's embarrassing because I don't want her to think that I'm even that kind of person that just ride around all day listening to that.
No, that's real. That's real.
I like to listen to it if I'm working out, if I'm at the gun range, if I'm doing activities that require me to be awake. But like when I'm in the car with my girlfriend, I don't play that shit. She don't want to hear that. She don't like that kind of shit. Like that's not her, and she's more of a representation of society than I am.
That's real.
She don't have a problem telling. Like, like, but this is real.
No, that's real. That's real.
By name, she is the person that they're looking at because she's the person that if they needed somebody for a fundraiser to come out and help with a damn police community day, they're gonna call her. They're not gonna call me.
They have to because that is and that's what we have to remember also. Who's the majority and who's the minority? Most of us black people don't. Dog, I was at Popeyes yesterday getting a chicken for mother and grandma, and one of a dude and a nigga that was working there started talking to another one of the employees, a girl, like, I don't give a fuck about this job. I got big money. And I thought that was kind of crazy. I thought that was crazy, but I already paid for my order, so I'm waiting on them to come on with it. They go to because 3 of the people there, one was a manager and the other 2 were employees, 3 girls, but they were all kin to each other. I think the manager and the girl that the boy was arguing with was actually mother and daughter. And it just started, going down in that bitch to where he threatened to get a gun and all type of shit was just going on. And it's like, I'm coming up here to get this chicken. I'm trying to get back to the house. Brent was like, why ain't you record this shit? I'm like, man, I can't, that's not natural for me to pull out a camera and record that shit. That would be unnatural. I wouldn't even feel right. Oh yeah, look what's going down. I don't even feel right. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't want to be in them hostile situations. Honestly, I was uncomfortable, to be honest. Like that, maybe at one time that shit might have, did something for me. I was just trying to get the chicken and get the fuck up out of there. And I can
also something to think about. When we have that kind of music being in the forefront, not saying it shouldn't exist, but having it be number one is the trickle down effect it's gonna have on you. When you go somewhere and people automatically thinking you're like Julio or something.
Yes, that's wow.
Automatically
heavy.
And stereotype you.
That's real.
Be hostile towards you.
That's real.
Mean to your children.
Yep.
Treat you any kind of way because whether we like it or not, the images that they put out are the representation. This is what the masses of people think that is a representation.
That's right.
Of most of us when it's not.
That's right.
Most of us do not like that shit.
That's right.
We might enjoy it for a minute. We like it like we watch damn John Wick. We don't like it when we can't let our kids like,
dog,
like
no,
if we had to live there.
most definitely. Like that's and that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, that's and this is one of my issues. Speaking, I'm gonna let you get out of here, but one of the biggest issues that I have is the continuous news cycle of the same thing. Rapper dies. The Dope Boy Raw. You know, you go on his page and you see me all on that motherfucker, and then a month later, now he dead. It's like this continuous repetitive story of rapper gets killed, rapper get arrested, rapper get this many years. That shit is so fucked up that I've started watching whole new shit. I'm so, you know, outside and out of the loop on what's going on in the hip hop culture because that's all I see. The most I get is what you send me or I see on Katrina page, the same old gossip reheated page. Like if I don't see it there, I don't see that shit because it's just the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And I have an issue with that. And I'm being dead honest right now. I really feel like when I was doing those stories back to back and all that shit like that, I feel like I got a form of depression. I think this might have been maybe 2 years ago or so. It was before the No Negative News November. It was one of the driving factors for the No Negative News November. All of this fucking, you can't look at hip hop and smile. There is no way that you can look at the hip hop culture and smile. It is impossible. When you look at the hip hop culture, the first thing you're gonna see is Tory Lanez, 10 years, this rapper dead, this rapper overdosed, this rapper, you know, arrested, this rapper gets cut in jail, this rapper, it's bad news. You look up hip hop, it's bad news. I don't give a fuck how many hip hop awards or BET awards. There's no way you look at hip hop. And it's so bad that the diamond chains and the diamond teeth and all that shit, that does not equal up to the pain that this shit has brought. For every diamond in a nigga in one of these artists' teeth that actually really made it, you got 20 rappers that are up and coming that got murdered. It's got to a point where now, if you're not at least, you know, on a, let me see, on a, now I ain't gonna say Dope Boy Rob, if you're not at least on a big folk level, and y'all probably don't even know who that is, but if you're not on that level or a D Flowers level, then motherfuckers barely will give you a story. It's so many quote unquote rappers getting killed that if you're not of a certain stature, they won't even fucking report on it. It's like, and that would never happen. It would never be a day where a rapper gets killed and
I gotta get out of here. Hey, yo,
okay. Hey, I got you. Appreciate that, Nate.
All right, no problem.
All right, love. No, it was never a day where a rapper could get killed and a motherfucker wouldn't report on that shit. It's so many rappers that are getting killed. Motherfuckers have to just go to something else. Or that shit is so mundane, they would rather talk about something funny happening or some bullshit happening or a highlight from a high school basketball game than a rapper dying. You would get more views with a dunk that somebody did in a college game or a fight that happened at a high school game than you would with a rapper getting murdered. Motherfuckers, that shit is so normal now, motherfuckers don't even give a fuck. This is exactly just like Nate said. Dog, I went through real shit behind that shit. I mean, obviously, if you've been here, then you know, like, dog, nigga, that shit took a lot out of me. And it wasn't just because of the energy and the resources and what happened afterwards. Dog, that shit was seeing where this shit was going. And to see just acting like they don't know what the fuck going on. And now here we are. Dog, I can't lie and say I don't have resentment towards these media platforms that are still to this day eating off of dead black kids. It's their profession. I would be lying if I said I don't, you know what I'm saying? But I have to put that to the side and let's handle business on the entertainment side, you know, for the stuff that we got coming up. But my nigga, God, come on, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. Shout out to that nigga DeCarlo P. I see you shot that nigga Solo T. I see you, big home. That's love. Wow. 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 That's heavy. That's heavy. That's heavy. Shout out to that nigga Alexander Oozer. Alexander Oozer said hip-hop became a weapon of mass destruction. Who is that? Who was that nigga, Alex? That nigga, I appreciate that on the Cash App, my nigga. But Alex just came through on the Cash App and said hip-hop became a weapon of mass destruction. Man, come on with it. Shout out to that nigga Rock. Rock came through on the Cash App. No words, straight love. You know what the fuck it is. Shout out to that nigga Xavier Landon came through. Xavier Landon said from Philly to Alabama. Turn the fuck up, my nigga. You know what the fuck going on. That's my nigga X right there. Shout out to that nigga Gerald, man. Come on with it, man. You know what it is. I see you, big home. Okay. Dog, I didn't even see that. Shout out to that nigga Darius Mayfield, always holding it down, always rocking out the real way. You know what the fuck it is. I appreciate that love, big home. Man, I'm gonna end up busting the microphone fucking with this nigga Solo T. Hold. Yo, oh, there we. All right. Oh, let me make sure it ain't too loud. Hold on. Could he be tripping? Man, shout out that. Man, shout out that nigga Solo T coming through on the Cash App. Heavy, my nigga. That nigga said no words, straight love. You know what the fuck going on, nigga? Yeah, that nigga Solo T, that nigga DeCarlo P, that nigga been here for years. Years, nigga, like with an S on it. Come on with it. I appreciate that, my nigga. Real talk. That love. That love. But no, that's real talk though, my nigga. That's real talk. And this shit has become so thrown off at this point. You gotta separate yourself on some other shit. Like you really gotta separate yourself on some. All right, so are you for black people or are you not? It's really put that type of situation. How can you go against this attorney when she's trying to solve? You know what it is? What it is that a lot of people have not gone through these situations. And I, on some real shit, I really want to ask the question, but I don't want to put nobody in a spot. But I want to ask the question, have you ever actually experienced gun violence to the point where you had to go to the hospital and check on your loved one? Have your loved one come home and they have a shit bag, a colostomy bag, have them lose an arm or a leg? Have they lost their life after a long fight, going to the hospital and watching their chest go up? And you know, have you actually saw that fight with life, that fight with death, that your loved one, young loved one or older young one, but I'm saying just from whether it be stabbing or any violence, have you seen that? If you saw that, it's no different than I was watching Family Guy on YouTube. They got something where they got a whole bunch of Family Guy episodes, like it's a 4-hour thing, you know what I'm saying? And it's just Family Guy episodes. And they make a lot of jokes, you know what I'm saying? They say stuff that maybe we think, you know what I'm saying, but we don't want to say it's impolite. But they talk about everything, you know, being overweight, breast cancer, you know. And I was thinking the other night, if any of these things had happened to me, I would be fucked up about that, about them showing that, you know what I'm saying? Like they had one episode where Peter was trying to figure out how many beers he could drink and not be drunk. And he was swerving, and he finally got to the house, and he said 6 beers. And then he looked down at the front of his car, and there was a woman twitching with a baby carriage, you know what I'm saying, on the front of his hood. And he said, oh no, 5 beers. And it's like, if you had experienced one of your loved ones dying from a drunk driver, you would watch that totally different, because you would have had that stint of time where you had to mourn, heal, recover. You know what I'm saying? You might have, went into a heavy drug. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of shit comes with that. It's the same thing when you know what gun violence is. So when you see little niggas laughing about, killing a little black boy and all that. He should have caught the bus faster. Oh, he tried to run, but niggas got on top of him. Even so heavy to the fact where they put videos of a motherfucker last moment. So this 16-year-old boy got killed in the car. They put the video in their music video of him in the car trying to breathe. Let's say Indian Red. You know what I'm saying? They put that in a video to diss him and shit like that, regardless of what he might have did to, somebody else. That's your loved one. The people that enjoy this drill shit are all mostly, I'm talking about 95% motherfuckers who have never seen that shit up close, never experienced. I'm gonna say 97%. It doesn't trigger them. They can look at it solely like music, like art even. They like the intensity. They like the beat. They like the passion that the rapper is giving. No different. They look at it no different than how they watch horror movies. They might not want to actually have anybody stabbed to death like on Scream, but watching it, watching an evil character is entertaining to them. Except this is actually, you know what I'm saying? If Scream was actually of a particular case and everybody knew the case and all that shit like that, and it was done to embarrass the person who died, we would look at it differently. That's on a real side. Once again, 97% of motherfuckers who consume the drill rap culture are motherfuckers who have no connection with it in any way. Never, ever seen a shootout, never seen anybody raise a gun in violence, and they damn sure haven't lost someone violently. You wouldn't believe it, but even the niggas who are making these songs, they have experienced that. They won't admit it, but they have to listen to what they make and listen to what other rappers make, and the shit turn their stomach, because that is something that you will never get out of your head. Just like me and Nate were talking about when we got Trap or Die and shit like that. There are some things that are etched into your mind. Last night, I had a dream about a snake. And every time I have a dream about a snake, these snakes they're ugly. They're not right. They got like a skinny head and a skinny neck, and then they don't get bigger in the middle, and they, but they big as fuck. And usually I can't remember my dreams, but that shit, the sight of those snakes scare me so bad that I remember that shit. It gets etched into your mind. Remember my first car accident. The first time you fuck a bitch, some things are etched in your mind because they're so, dramatic and traumatic. You hear a lot about people who went through shit when they were children, not being able to get over that without counseling. You cannot make a song about murdering a dog. No label, no streaming service, no, that you wouldn't find anybody that would actually put that out. You can't make a song about going up into a white neighborhood and massacring families after you've done it. You can't even talk about your homeboy did it if you were connected in any way. No streaming service would pick it up. But not only can you put that shit up on any streaming, I'm talking our drill music, not only can you put that shit up on any streaming service, YouTube, everywhere, a cameraman will edit in the final moments of a little boy into the music video that he shot for you and not have an issue with it. If you gave him a clip to put into your video where you were slaughtering a puppy, he would tell you, keep the money, I'm not doing that. Even if you were recording a dog dying, he would keep the money. Something about that turns my stomach, but he has no issue putting a video of a little boy, 19 years old, gasping for air, and putting that in the middle of the video where you're talking about how that boy died by y'all hands. See, you know, motherfuckers wonder why I rock so heavy with Katrina and Naeem Edwards, the Black Pole, and you know what I'm saying, Big Mix, Colorado Rick. Don't let me start the list. Solo T, ACOG Chop, Hodge Mims, Darius Mayfield. My problem is that I maybe I am just, I keep coming back to the same thing. Dog, it was not just me who believed in that no negative news November shit. It was not just me. I would never have done that shit if, hey, Katrina, I'm thinking about doing this, because she's like the voice of reason. Like, you know, she let me know if I'm tripping and shit like that. So I know I was not tripping. I know that it was the right thing to do, and I know it made sense. And we did good shit. We did our shit, whatever like that. But the reason why I was driving around like that, I hate driving. The reason why I went out my way to make sure that I kept pushing like that was because the shit, I felt like if I show, hey man, y'all look, Vlad, Say Cheese, No Jumper, all of these media platforms, they can't eat without the same people they claiming they help. They can't eat without them dying. The game of good music is over. The only thing that sells right now is black boys getting murdered. If we put a edict down saying that we will not consume anything negative, they will have to go out of business. That will clearly show their intent of them being vultures. I don't give a fuck, white, black, yellow. I'm telling you, anybody who has to have young black boys dying, make no mistake, nobody gives a fuck about no little white boys, little white girls, Nobody's eating off of that. Young black boys getting murdered. Not even black girls. Young black boys getting murdered is how motherfuckers are eating. That is the direct definition of a fucking vulture. I felt like it was that simple. Just as soon as that's out there, dog, we won. It's all good. And motherfuckers acted like they didn't even see it. You better believe every one of those fucking platforms was over that bitch biting their nails, hoping to God that that shit didn't catch on. Hoping to God. When no conversations about it, nah, just shut the fuck up. Don't say shit about it. Don't say shit. I'm sorry, my nigga. I hate to keep coming back to that same thing, but when we look at this shit, PG County state attorney said that she will go after rappers that promote violence. Is the engineer culpable at all? The producer, the videographer, the graphic designer? You will go after the rapper. Once again, it shows that this whole thing is all about black boys pain being the life's blood of everything. Everything comes down to punish the nigga. It's a lot of people involved in these songs. I ain't gonna do it, man. Like I said, my nigga, I ain't gonna do it. Cause hey man, we're gonna just get back on our shit, whatever. I see
you should not feel sorry for black youngster. And some of y'all probably like, damn, Paul, that's how you coming right now? Let me further explain.
You know what? No, I'm not going. I want y'all to look at what Look what Ken Dio said. Who remembers that? Who remembers that? Who remembers the night of October 31st coming into November 1st? It was the first thing that fucking happened. And I really don't want to go that deep like that. But I'm just saying though, my nigga, on some real shit, like these little boys don't have no control. They don't know what the fuck to do. They looking around like this, what like motherfuckers, this game, understand this entertainment industry is nothing to play with. If you are not yourself before you come into this shit will break you. You have to know yourself enough to know I need to take a break. Let me take a couple steps back. I want to succeed in this, but I think I need to take a couple steps back because I know I didn't feel like this when I came into this motherfucker. You start looking at the shit. I'm talking about on the let's just say media side, podcast side. You start looking at the shit that makes the numbers go up. The suggestions that come from people. And no, I don't want to do that. And that kind of. If you look, you will see motherfuckers who have no integrity. And they'll just do whatever the fuck. They feel nothing, because there was nothing in there to begin with. So there is no internal fight. But if you had something, if you had integrity in there before, you're gonna have some real battles in this entertainment field. These children, time after time, you see these rappers going to jail and they look totally different. Don't know, and then motherfuckers come out of jail and they didn't have an identity before the rap shit. So now the rapper is their only identity, so they come back out trying to be that motherfucker again. Because the two options were Boonk Gang. The nigga Boonk Gang came in the game with the stupid pranks and all that shit. That shit ran him down. When he decided to change in the John Gabbana and do some healthy shit and all that, his career was over. Welvin the Great, didn't that nigga just die? What's the other motherfucker? NLE Chopper. NLE Chopper tried to stand on, I'm not doing no negative shit. But he saw the options. He saw what happened when he said that. Everything started going down. Nigga, you end up out here looking like this right here. You fuck around and let motherfuckers start believing that you too positive or you got some sense. I hate seeing Boosie on Vlad couch. I hate seeing it. 3 times. Go on Vlad 3 times and we good. Look what it did for you. Look what Vlad did for you. We street niggas. At the very least, we niggas who got bitches. You know what bird feeding look like. I'm going to cut off all of your resources to where you need me. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? You think that white man is going to be respectful to you because you some type of gangster? I would not be surprised if Vlad was the one to set up the Boosie and Tyson interview. Y'all keep getting in front of these motherfuckers thinking that they fuck with y'all. These media personalities do not like street niggas. They've never liked them. They've always been the ops. Street niggas and gangsters and tough guys have always been the one that bullied them, that got their girl and all these things. So they live to put you in situations where all of that shit is gone in an instant. And then they come like the pale face does and pat you on the back and say, I got a situation for you. They sell you the antidote after putting you into the vat full of the virus and make you feel like you found a friend. They are the one who infected you with the virus, and you think that they just the greatest person on earth because they selling you the fucking antidote. That's what I'm saying. You know, shout out that nigga Solo T. Let me know I ain't tripping, my nigga. How is a little nigga gonna listen to Boosie? Boosie, you can't even get 10,000 views. You think that was just some happenstance shit? We are the only one who beef with each other like that. Adam 22 and Vlad and all these other white boys in this industry, they friends like a motherfucker, talk like a motherfucker. We the ones who don't know how to handle business without emotions. We're the ones that's easy to corral. You think that they think we're intellectually equal to them? Then how the fuck is Adam 22 doing niggas how he do niggas? The way that Adam 22 treat niggas is a textbook example of playing on my intelligence. Textbook. You're only this smart, so I'm going to treat you like you this smart. But then when he talked to Vlad, a whole nother dialect. Now he's talking to his equal. But once again, niggas is so thirsty to have the Jordans before this nigga get them. This nigga then Adam and Vlad then sent more niggas down the road than the motherfucking bus did. But niggas is steady go, them niggas ain't do it right. I'm going to do it like this here. To where now we got to be separated and divided because I don't want to be on this motherfucker side right here. But how can I go against her when she might be the one to help? She the only one who trying to find the killer of my loved one. Now I'm an enemy of the culture if I want my loved one's murder to be solved. Shout out to that nigga Keith Clark coming through. I appreciate that love, big home. Keith Clark said, good stream. You really speaking fact. Man, I'm just trying to get it together, my nigga. Darius Mayfield come through again. Darius said, my father shot my grandfather point blank. That's heavy, my nigga. That's heavy. That's heavy. Shout out to JP. You know, always carrying our guns. You know what the fuck going on. JP said, you already know, big home. Come on, man. You know what the fuck we doing. Once again, these are people who've been here for a while, and that's why, you know, if you knew coming through the door, then you might not understand a lot of, you know, the emotion and shit that go into it. But my nigga, dog, we stood, this team right here, AO Nation, we stood against this shit. And when I'm saying we did, I'm talking about like, I wouldn't have been able to make it down the road without the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was no way, especially at that time when I was pushing no negative news. So a lot of the bullshit people, they left. So there was no real support outside of the real nation members. So we all put blood, sweat, and tears into it because these people went to work, got paid, and sent money. You know what I'm saying? So I could get around. We knew we were doing the right thing. And these people boxed us the fuck out. And for Takeoff to be killed that fucking morning when No Negative November started. So we definitely in a spot. I hope that we can get it together, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I'm still I'm gonna be for real. I'm still recovering from the last No Negative News November. So, you know, real is real and all of that, but when it come down to it, my nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these people is powerful, and we going off maybe 20 motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, throwing in $10, $20 when they can. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't nobody's fault. That ain't nobody's fault. These motherfuckers have made the industry this way, but I just wish a nigga could hear, like, little nigga, you do drill music. You're not talented. You're not good. You're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, The nigga Ruger, the nigga, they didn't let the G's in the door. Like that nigga, like motherfuckers not trying to hear him. Understand, like motherfuckers will watch, Drake and Meek, diss each other and shit like that. Does that mean everybody who listened to that battle, loves one of their music? No, it doesn't. People just are inherently messy. So I don't know. When we talk about this right here and how we feel about this, just being human, on one side, I think it's bullshit. On another side, I wish they'll do it faster. So that's what that is. Man, I appreciate everybody coming through tonight. Like I said, we are just not getting over this this voodoo that this bitch put on me. I'm pretty sure that bitch Sexy Red put some type of voodoo on me and had me sick. But it say that I'm down to 270 now, 274. I just weighed myself, 274. So skin glowing, my skin glowing like Katrina. Look at it. You know what I'm saying? Skin clear. So, we're just doing a little bit, but we just working, man. We just working, and we're gonna keep pushing forward. I feel like we got a very strong team here. AO Nation it's real. You know what I'm saying? It's real. Fuck the dumb shit. It's real. And the way that we stand tall, I feel like what we have to do pushing forward, if we made it through that, I know we're going to make it through this next thing. So I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking out. I'll see y'all in a minute. Love, love, love.
You should not feel sorry for Black Youngster. And some of y'all probably like, damn, Paul, that's how you coming right now? Let me further explain. The reason I said you should not feel sorry for Black Youngster.
Shout out that nigga Ram. I see
you, Ram. Asks you to honor his wishes, and he does it very respectfully, you should honor those wishes. The request not to feel sorry for Black Youngster is not coming from me. It's coming from Black Youngster himself. He stated in his social media post, he did not want anyone feeling sorry for him. I personally think that's a lot of hurt talking, definitely a lot of anger, but a lot of desperation at this point. Despite what some of y'all might think about Black Youngster and his antics and his beef with PRE and Young Dolph, him losing his last brother to the street